Alright, John Oaks here with Hankster's Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location, and today we're going to go over this nice looking machine we got beside me here. This is a 1968 Chevrolet Camaro SS styled, so it's got all the styling cues that you would see with a real SS. So as you can see here, paint is very nice on this. Body panels, everything really nice. We've got the Hugger orange exterior. As you can see, we've got the white reverse hockey stripe here all the way down the side of the car. Of course, we've got the chrome bumpers and all the bright work, like your wheel lip moldings, your drip rail moldings, and everything around all the windshields and upper doors here. Again, all of that is in really great shape. It's good and straight, nicely polished up, really nice condition. And as far as wheels and tires, we've got just your traditional 15-inch rally wheels. Now these are 15x8s on all four corners. And then for rubber, you can see we've got Cooper Cobra radial GTs. These are 215 65 R15s on these. And you can see they've got the trim rings on them, as well as they went a little different and went with the spinner style centers on them just to give it a little bit different look. Now as far as your doors here, you can see your gaps here on both the front and back side there. Elevations are dead on here when you look at it with the fender and the rear quarter panel. And again, looking down the side of the car, it's nice and straight too the whole way down. Now again, glass is in great shape, both here on the driver's side and their windshield. We'll get to look at the rest as we walk around. And we've got both mirrors, driver's side and passenger. These are the chrome mirrors here, and the glass is in great shape. The chrome is nice too. There's no pitting whatsoever there. Now again, these windows, you can tell they've got a slight tint to them as well to keep the heat down a little bit when the sun's real bright. We'll open up here and take a look at the interior. So you can see we've got a full black vinyl interior. It's all factory. You've got the seat belts on the front. You've got the bench in the back with the buckets up front. Of course, you've got an aftermarket gauge pod that inserts right into the factory dash there. And you can see we've got the speedo, the tach, fuel, battery, water, oil, temperature, all that stuff like that. So again, good gauges also. They're going to be nice and accurate. SS horn button there in the center of the steering wheel. Your upholstery, all of that is in really nice shape. Door panels, carpeting, etc. It's all in great shape. And all of your weather stripping here and seals around your windows, even the rubbers up and down your quarter windows there, those are all in really good condition on this car. So we'll close this up and we'll walk towards the back of the car. Again, all your bright work, your wheel lip moldings. You've got your bezels here for your side marker lights. Those are all in great shape. As we come to the rear here, you notice that we've got the rear trunk spoiler here on the car. You can look at the gaps the whole way around there. The elevations with your quarter panels here are really good. Again, rear glass, excellent condition. No chips, no scratches, of course no cracks. And again, all of your bright work around that window is in great shape. When we look at the tail of the car here, you can see your tail light bezels and lenses, again in great shape. No cracks, no chips. The bezels here, the bright work on them is excellent shape, and then where they should be black, there's no pitting or anything like that. They are in great shape. Nice chrome bumper here too. Again, no pitting on that bumper. And as I mentioned, we've got all those SS emblems all the way around, including the SS gas cap. Now we will open our trunk lid up. That way you get to see exactly what it looks like inside. So let's do that for you. So of course you can tell that the trunk latch works, the lock itself works. All of your weather stripping and seals here are in good shape too. They meet right here in the center. You don't see any pieces pulled out of them or dry areas or anything. They're nice and soft the whole way around, so they're going to seal up really nice for you. The trunk spring works. I'm just being a little careful because of the type of antenna that's on it. If you raise it up too much without moving that antenna up, you're going to hit your trunk spoiler. But it is a flexible antenna, so you can do that. As far as inside the trunk, we got a full-size spare tire. We've got the original bumper jack there, too, for it, and the lug wrench. Trunk's in great shape, nice and solid. It's got the correct black and aqua trunk spatter paint in there. And that's really about it for our trunk. So we'll go ahead and close this up. Trunk shuts real nice and easy too, so no effort there. You don't have to slam it. As we come around now to the passenger side, again, just all of the same stuff here. Again, all of your panels here are nice and straight the whole way down. Our drip rail moldings and your rain gutter, as I feel through here, nice and smooth through that rain gutter. Again, our windows on the passenger seat side here, those are in great shape. No chips, cracks, scratches on these. All of your bright work, like I said, all in great shape. Your gaps there on the back side as well as the front side over here look great. Mirror looks great too on this side. We'll open our door up. That way you can take a look from this side now. Again, dash is factory. The pad itself in great shape. There's no cracks in that. You've got the Hurst shifter. That's a 4-speed shifter in there with the nice 4-speed ball and shifter arm there. Again, got an aftermarket radio in there, a digital AM, FM, probably like a custom auto sound radio there, I believe. Upholstery, no rips or tears in the seats. Same thing with the carpeting, no fading. Looks to be in really great shape. Again, the doors shut easy. We'll work our way around. Again, you've got the Camaro script emblems and the SS emblems on both fenders there. We come up to the front. You've got the 350 up there too, which does verify what's underneath the hood here. And then, of course, we're at the front now. So from top to bottom here, we've got the steel SS hood there, complete with the louvers there. And again, those louvers are in great shape. You can see the finish on them. They're not old, they're not pitted, they look really, really good. See your gaps and elevations on your hood here compared to the fenders and your front header panel here. Of course, the grille SS badge is right in the center. It's all blacked out, all nice and taut. It's actually, no pieces broke out of it or anything. It's in great shape. Traditional sealed beam headlights on this, so your highs and lows are in here as well. Of course, the front chrome bumper, no pitting in the chrome. And then down below to complete the look is that front air dam. So with that said, now we're going to go ahead and open our hood up, talk a little bit about what's underneath this hood. So let's go ahead and open it. Okay. So the underside of the hood, as you can see, painted the same as the exterior of the car. Nice, smooth, shiny Hugger orange paint underneath here. As far as the engine, lots of shiny stuff underneath here. Got a chrome air cleaner. You've got the chrome valve covers also. You've got the Edelbrock EPS aluminum intake there. It's a polished aluminum intake. Then you've got the ceramic coated headers, chrome alternator bracket, polished aluminum water pump, and the chrome power steering reservoir underneath there too. So like I said, lots of shiny stuff underneath there. Even your master cylinder has a chrome cover on that. Now as far as steering and braking, it's power steering, manual brakes. It is disc up front, drums on the back though. You've got a 1406 Edelbrock carburetor on there. We've got an upgraded ignition system. They went with an MSD distributor, MSD blaster 2 coil, and a set of 8mm plug wires. Also for cooling, we've got a 6-blade, looks like a Flex Light aluminum fan in there. Of course, you've got the shroud there as well, stock style radiator. All of your hoses and so forth are in excellent condition. Got the chrome fender braces in here as well. One thing I want to check, that carburetor, it is electric choke. So again, whether it's cold, warm, whatever, this thing should start up nice and easy for you. Once it warms up, obviously your idle will kick down and you'll be in great shape. Tubular upper and lower control arms on there. You can see those from up above here, as well as when we get to the underside, you'll see those too. But again, all of this is in excellent condition. Now behind this, this is a 350 cubic inch motor. So behind that, we've got a Saginaw 4-speed manual transmission, and then we've got a 10-bolt GM rear end, 323 gear in there, and it is a POSI unit. So that is it for our Camaro. We've been around the outside and inside it now. We're going to next get it on our lift, go through the underside for you, and then we'll finally fire this motor up so you get to hear what it sounds like. Alright, so we got our 68 Hugger Orange Camaro here up on the lift, so we're going to go through the underside of this. Starting from front to back, we'll tell you about the steering, suspension, driveline, frame, floors, all of that. So starting up front, this is your stock front cross member here to start off the whole frame and suspension block. Now this particular car does have a sway bar on it, and our sway bar bushing at the frame and on our end links are in really good condition from looking at it here. Just typical springs and shocks up front, regular gas charge shocks. But what this car does have that you can see here is it's got tubular upper and lower control arms on the front end. So again, these are going to be a strong part to your suspension, being tubular. Again, they're more rigid than what your stock stamp, components would be. Now steering on this car, just your stock steering components. The tie rods are all nice and straight. The ball joints on those are in good shape, and they all have the little rubber dust boot covers on to keep the grease in, keep dirt and debris out, and you can tell that they've been greased and maintained. On your lower control arms, we do have polyurethane bump stops on there, so that's good. Those won't deteriorate like normal ones do, so that's a good add-on item there. Now as far as braking goes on this car, it's manual brake, power steering though. But as far as the manual brakes go, you don't need to worry about that. It's been upgraded to a disc up front, drums on the rear. This car is going to stop just fine. Now, moving over to driveline, since we're up here, we're going to go ahead and tell you this is a 350 cubic inch small block Chevy motor. Now behind that, we've got a Saginaw 4-speed manual transmission. You've got your aluminum bell housing here. I lost my wording there. And then, of course, back here, we always look at the seals. Of course, there's no pan on a manual transmission. Then we look at the pan on the motor to see if there's any leaks or drips or anything, and everything is nice and dry underneath here. Of course, we have our drive shaft, and as always, it is balanced, so it's weighted. It's going to take a lot of vibration out of the drivetrain on this vehicle. Then we've got a GM 10-bolt rear end. Now this is your small 10-bolt, it's an 8.2, it is a POSI unit, I do remember seeing that. Now again, like I said, brakes on the back are drum brakes, we've got the multi-leaf rear suspension, and we have just your typical gas charge shocks on the back as well. Now behind all of this then, we've got your stock fuel tank. It's in great shape, there's no dents or dings on that, and all of your mounting hardware, all your fuel tank straps and so forth, that's all in great shape. Now as far as floors, I'm going to look at the trunk here, and as I come forward here, we'll look at the floors. Again, you can see that these are the correct floor pans on the car. You can see all of your stamping lines the whole way back through, even back into the trunk area. So all of that's in great shape. The frame itself, the front subframe, it's nice and square and straight. The body bushings, those are in good condition too. Your transmission cross member here, that's nice and straight too, no dents or dings in it. Tail shaft mount, that's in good shape too. The only other thing really left to go over is wheels and tires. Now they've gone with just regular GM Camaro rally wheels. These are 15/8 the whole way around. And then on the wheels for rubber, we've got a set of Cooper Cobra Radial GTs. These are 215. Let me just make sure I'm telling you the right size on here. These are 215. Where's it at here? There we go. 215/65 R15s. And then what these do have, they also have the just your typical beauty rings on them, trim rings, but they do have the spinner style center cap on all four of them, so it just changes up the look a little bit on them. The rubber, again, it's in all excellent shape. The tread on it, great, and again, they're all matching tires, so you don't have to worry about anything there. So the only other thing, again, just the exhaust. A ceramic coat long tube header into real dual exhaust. You've got your crossover pipe here, got a set of probably like a set of turbo mufflers on this car. I can't really see the name on them unless it's turned around up on the top side. And then of course the correct style tailpipes that go up over top of your rear, and then they exit out between the leaf spring and the rear quarter panel on the car. That's really it for a Camaro underneath. We'll go ahead, lower it down now, get the hood open, and then we'll fire that motor up so you get to hear what it sounds like.